For today's video, we're going to work on the porch of our spec house. If you take a look at this photo, houses often have raised porches with a supported roof, so we're going to do something along those lines. First thing I'm going to do, delete our slab. We're not going to need that. And then I'm going to go down into the foundation of the house. Double-click this, open it up. You'll notice the floor above is right at 0. So since we want to raise that, I'm going to take it up to maybe 30 inches above. Click OK. And then go up to the first floor. I'm going to zoom in. And then using invisible walls, I'm going to frame out a front porch. It's a little over 5 feet tall, about as wide as the house, and then down. If you have automatic rebuild roof on, you'll notice the roof lines show up. But I would like you to still go in and change this to a porch under the room specification. This way it'll ensure to have a roof over it. If you make it a deck, it doesn't necessarily have a roof. Then let's open that up or keep it open. And we want to make sure we move that floor height up so that it mirrors the rest of the house. We'll take a look, and if we zoom out, we've got a little gap under the porch between the our new floor and the ground. So what we can do for that, go down into the foundation, hit F9, which shows us the floor above, and we can extend our foundation wall if you'd like, or there might be a way to put some like wood facing or paneling on the front if you want it that way. I'm going to draw a foundation wall. I'm going to make sure those connect. And I'm going to open this up, just make sure floor above is 30. All right. Go up to the first floor. And now let's take a look. All right, so we have a gap there we can take care of. A little bit later, I think underneath the porch, we had some soffit which was hanging down. We can get rid of later as well if we need. Our next step is going to be to install some stairs. So I'm going to go to stairs. I'm going to click on click stairs, which don't give us a full staircase. It's more of a multi-step option. And it looks like it made it backwards. So I'm going to go into my two-dimensional view. And I'm going to redo this. And notice it's on our foundation view since we're building up from ground level. Although I don't think that's going to want to work. So I'm going to undo that and throw it in on our first floor since we want it attaching to the porch. There we go. Then go ahead and make it as wide as you would like. If you want a little bit fancier, you can flare the edges. And you can also do a starter tread if you would like. I'm not sure what that does, so let's take a look. All right. Pretty sweet, but doesn't work with our house yet. So I'm going to double-click, go to Style, and uncheck open risers and open underneath. Once you hit OK, you'll notice the gaps in here close up. And if I change views, we have some sort of paneling or something on the side. We can change that further by doing what are called, I think it's a closed stringer. That puts more of a closed edge on the staircase. Later on, when we're done with the porch, we can make the materials align. But I'm going to go back into the handrail staircase, go into the handrail, and we can select here more specific handrails. So there's one. I have several downloaded. If you want round, 3 by 10, let's see what that is. That's a bit much. So you can change it a bit if you don't want handrails on both sides, like the picture. You don't necessarily have to have it. And then what we want to do, I'm going to go back for a front view. All right. Now what we're going to need to do is add some pillars to the house. If you look at our sample house, looks like they have some foundation pillars with some posts on top. So let's see if we can't find some of those in the library. So with the library open, I'm in millwork, and balusters, newels, and posts are where you find everything. We can probably find some columns as well. That's a little farther down. Ooh, stacked columns. That might work for us. I'm going to go with this one. Download it. And once that's ready, we can, I'm actually going to switch to the blueprint view for this. Zoom in a bit. And we can drag some of those into place. So we'll get one there. And maybe one on either side of the staircase. And another one in the corner. And then take a look. And that one I'm going to have to move back. You can use the keyboard once again for real fine movements. All right, so that looks better already. Now, say we wanted to go with a white wood here. I might steal the color of the posts and go ahead and paint what you can. All right, that seems like a bit much, so I'm going to go in and add some change this to brick. Okay, so I found kind of a coarse red brick. I'm going to steal that color and make the base of the pillars brick, front of the house, and maybe underneath the stairs. So it's your call on how you want it to look, but certainly a little better than before. I'm going to change views now. I'm going to kind of zoom in if I were in the porch or standing on it. And notice how at the top of the porch, the soffit from the ceiling hangs down. I'm going to double click on that and uncheck ceiling over that room. And hit escape to deselect, and hopefully that works. I'm going to change views. All right, so it looks like we have a little more room there. I'm using my tablet, so the graphics aren't as good as the computers you're using. But taking us back out to the front, let's see what we have. You can fine-tune the stairs if you need to. Right now it looks like those are giant treads compared to what we have here. I might have overdone some of the base tread work. Let's see. I think that's about it. And if you wanted your columns higher, say you had dragged in posts and they didn't work, you can take and click and drag. But off to a little better start than where we were. And we'll save there and stop today.